Hi, my name is John, and in this video I will show you how to use the map synchronization with the Fancy timeline. Okay, now in the last update, you can see in the Fancy timeline a new option. You can see the sync with map. Okay, you can enable this, and you need go to the map element, and remember go to the bricks builder settings and add the APK. And now you can add the different address, you can add the markers, and remember this order. Okay, the Fancy timeline will take the same order for the activation of the marker. Okay, very important. You can copy the CSS ID or you can copy the class, but I recommend you that use the ID and go to the Fancy timeline, go to the settings. Okay, you can enable this, you can paste the ID, and it's very important that you use the same number of items in the timeline of the markers. Okay, I recommend you that use a repeater, you can use a query loop, I recommend you that use a sticky sidebar. Okay, and you can save and now go to the front end. Okay, very important, you only will see this in the front end. Okay, and you can see that this activate the marker on the active item in the Fancy timeline. Remember the order, for example, in this map, if you change the order, this will change. Okay, for example, for this, now you can see that now the order changes. Okay, this is very important. You can use this, for example, itinerary, and for example, day 1, day 2, you can see day 3, day 4, 5, 6, and you can use the custom pop-up for the maps. Okay, you can see that this works. You can use this for the sticky sidebar, and this is very useful for the travel websites. And this is all. You can see that this active, and you can use custom styles for the active. For example, for this, you can add other elements for the active elements. For example, I will add an text. Okay, this is a basic text. This is a subheading. For example, for this subheading, you can set that this active on scroll. Okay, this you can go to the CSS, you can add class, you can use Ben methodology, but for this example I will use a class Fancy Bricks active and the active and use root for the element, and I will change the color on active, for example color red. Okay, now you can see that on active this will change. I will drag this for other item. Now you can see that this trigger the active element. Okay, you can use the Fancy Bricks active for the item. Okay, now this is the way. If you use a query loop, delete this, and don't delete this. Okay, this is very important. Add the query loop to the timeline item. Okay, go to the content and enable the query loop. You can use the query loop. You can use, for example, post. You can, in this case, 1 2 3 4 4 and 4. Okay, you can use, for example, a repeater or query loop for this with the dynamic data. Okay, you can use the map. Okay, for example, I will change this for the post title. Okay, now I will go to the front end, and now you can see that this works. Okay, very useful, and you can set the Fancy Bricks active on the element. Okay, and this is all. I hope this new update like you, and see you in the next videos. Bye.